everyone, Vita's a pretty back with another deck review. This one is kind of a lost deck review because I had not realized that I forgot to do it. I missed it. I got so many decks piled up in there, as you can see. I pulled out a bunch of decks to review, over the last little while, and somehow I missed this one and one other one, which we'll get to. This is the new Whispering Imps Workers Edition. There's also a limited edition tuck case that you can get, but I didn't get. The front of the box says Whispering Imps, and you see the imp, and it's black. And fairly straightforward, just a standard tuck case. And if I can get the cellophane back on. On the one side, you just see the imp's tail. On the other side, you see another part of an imp. Top, it says Whispering Imps Workers Edition. There we go. And the bottom, it's got the logo, and it's by Chris Chilko, illustrated by Mark Stutzman. And distributed by Whispering Imps, made in USA. Can't really see. And in the back, there's nothing. No seal. On the flap, you got the Whispering Imps logo. And that's it. Fairly straightforward tuck case. And the reason for that is because they decided to make this a more affordable deck for workers to use, hence the name. But aside from that, it's more or less what you expect from a Whispering Imps deck. Here's your an additional card here that has information on how we drew inspiration for the artwork from the iconic lithographs of American magician Harry Keller. First depicted in 1894, coincidentally the same year the United States Playing Card Company was established, and says it's designed by Chris Chilko, illustrated by Mark Stutzman, etc., etc. And then on the other side, you see the poster that inspired it with the imps. So that's pretty cool. Then you get to the cards, you got some jokers. There's the Whispering Imps logo in the corner, and some imps, one standing on top of the other one, and the one on the bottom doesn't look too happy about it. And you got another one, it's the same, except they are in red. That's pretty cool. The backs, well, I'll show you the back right away. The back is just like your other Whispering Imps, with imps all over it, and kind of a classic look to it. And you even see the W for the Whispering Imps on there. It's pretty cool. No more consistent as anything that I know of. Maybe slightly thick on the borders, but they're centered nicely. USB-C produced. Now this deck you get not one but two aces of spades. You get this one, which is kind of a vintage style ace of spades. The hand holding some cards. A royal flush, I'm guessing. It looks at it. And it says, silence is golden on top, with the imp blowing a horn into the other imp's ear, and he was hoping for that silence thing. The bottom says Whispering Imps playing cards made in USA. And it definitely looks like a vintage ace of spades. It reminds me of some that we've seen in Conjuring Arts decks. And then the other one is a more modern one with the imps Whispering Insider, and you see the Whispering Imps WI in there. It says Whispering Imps playing cards made in USA on the bottom. And that's the one I'm using in the deck. The court cards are fairly standard. They got a bit of a vintage look to them. They actually look like the ones used by the Taiwan card companies. A little bit vintage styled. And the number cards are basically what you'd expect. These are printed by USB-C. I believe it is, I think it said it was a linoid finish, which is just air cushion finish. And I think it said it was a crushed stock. Or maybe I'm thinking of the other one, a different deck. But it's a fairly straightforward USB-C deck. Handles great, looks pretty cool. And they're only $6.95 each, $6.95 US from the Whispering Imps. Not limited at all, unlike the more limited version, which is more expensive. It's about half the price of the original Whispering Imps decks. And I like it. I like that there's, you know, 2 different aces that you can use. I do like the nice, simple, classic looking back design. Good stock and finish. And, you know, nice, classic looking faces. It's exactly what it's, good for exactly what it says, which is the workers. And if you're a magician, you're looking for a different deck to use, why not give this one a try? It's also good for collecting, especially since it's cheaper. And, you know, good for playing cards and whatnot, but probably the main aim for these is your workers. You can get them from WhisperingImps.com. I'm going to say 8 out of 10. I like it. It's a pretty cool deck. Very straightforward. Let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time with more. Don't forget to check out WhisperingImps.com.